Good evening, live from the Sultanate of Oman television. Here is 7 o'clock news bulletin. First, the headlines. The weather condition centered in the Arabian Sea transforms into a tropical cyclone category 3 and continues its movement towards the governorate of Dhofar. The Ministry of Defense, represented by Sultan's Armed Forces, stresses that it prepared all of its material and human potential to deal with the effects of Cyclone Chapala. And the Royal Oman Police starts evacuating citizens and residents from Al-Halaniyat Island to the Wilaya of Shlim as the Cyclone Chapala is approaching the Sultanate's coasts. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a couple of greetings to His Excellency Dr. Rodney Airy Lawrence Williams, Governor-General of Antigua and Bermuda, on the occasion of his country's independence anniversary. The latest analysis of the Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center indicates that the weather condition centered in the Arabian Sea has transformed into a tropical cyclone category 3. The surface wind speed around the center ranges from 100 to 110 knots. The center is currently 750 kilometers far from the coast of the governorate of Dhofar. Weather charts shows a possibility of its movement towards the western north of Dhofar and Yemen. Heavy rains of various intensities with thunderstorms are expected to fall on the coast of the governorates of Dhofar and Al-Wusta starting from tomorrow Saturday evening. Northeastern winds will be active on the coast of the Sultanate from Ras Al-Had till Dhofar coast, causing rough seas and wave rise ranging from 5 to 7 meters. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation urges citizens and residents to be cautious while rain falls and overflowing wadis and to ensure the sea condition. It is also urges to the necessity of following up weather bulletins and reports on the developing weather condition. And to shed light on the situation, we have from the Public Authority for Civil Aviation, Suleiman bin Abdullah Al-Jahdami, Senior Meteorologist at the Directorate General of Meteorology. Suleiman, welcome to our news, and we would like to know the latest. What is the latest development of Cyclone Chapala? Could you please tell us about the nature of the cyclone and its effects?
Well, I would like to say good evening to everybody out there. Well, as of today, Friday, 30th of October, as you clearly mentioned, the center of Chapala is about 750 kilometers away from the coastal areas of Governorate of Dhofar, with the surface winds around the center has reached between 110 to 120 knots, equivalent to 205 to 25 kilometers per hour. Now, the latest charts indicate as well the track of the system will be westward to northwesterly direction towards the government of Dhofar and Yemen for the next 24 hours. Hence, we are expecting torrential rains, occasionally thunder showers, over Al-Wusta and government of Dhofar starting from late evening on Saturday 31st October, leading to flash floods eventually. And of course, as you clearly mentioned, northeasterly winds will become fresh to strong along the Oman coast, extending from Ras Al-Had to Dhofar, associated to rough to very rough sea condition with wave height reaching up to 7 meters. That will be very, very rough indeed, especially while approaching towards the government of Dhofar. And the center of Chapala is expected to cross between Governorate of Dhofar and the Yemen coastal areas from the evening of Monday, 2nd of November, with continuous torrential rains, occasionally thunder showers, associated with strong gusting winds, of course. And what we'd like to say is we are following the system. We are keeping on trend. We are here to 247. What we'd like to follow, as we always say, we'd like to advise the public to take maximum precautions. Do not try to cross the wadis. Try not to go, avoid the sea, to venture to the sea for the time being. And we'll keep you updated. Inshallah, everything will be fine, hopefully. And I would like to add on that regarding northern Oman, of course, we'll be having some clouds drifting from the system. But since Chapala is going towards southern Oman, we are not expecting anything severe over northern parts of the Sultanate, probably some rainfall and rains of Al-Hajar mountains. Of course, along the Batna coast, seas will be a bit choppy. Otherwise, you might have stronger winds. You must have seen today, it's a bit windy outside.
Right,
some
yes.
places a bit dusty.
Indeed.
So that is quite normal. And I would like to tell the public who are in northern parts of the Sultanate, there's no need to panic. Everything is fine, inshallah. And we'll keep you updated eventually.
We do hope everything will be fine as well in the governorate of the Dhofar and our colleagues in the other part of the country. But in your opinion, is it possible that that it will change its route?
No. At the moment, the trend is it was first projected to go towards northwesterly direction, but now it is maximum towards Yemen, which is westerly direction. But it does not mean that the effect of tropical cyclone will not affect Salalah. But the intensity of rainfall, of course, whenever it is not coming directly to us, it will be less. So we are going for more, but probably it might weaken before it hits the land. So as I'm telling you, we will keep watching, because the secret of the tropical cyclone, you have to follow through, you have to be with them 24/7, and we'll keep you updated. This is what stands at the moment.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. We wish everyone a safe stay in the places where they are. And of course, as it's been mentioned, everyone needs to be cautious and also watch up the news bulletin from the concerned body. That was Suleiman bin Abdullah Al-Jathami, a senior meteorologist at the Director General of Meteorology. Thank you very much. Minister of Defense, represented by Sultan's Armed Forces, stressed that it prepared all of its material and human potential to render support to all of its governorate security and civil apparatus systems, as well as another sector into Sultanate to deal with Cyclone Chapala. The ministry emphasizes that it is totally prepared since the announcement of the cyclone through activating its plans and assigning special committees for a direct follow-up from Major General Chief of Staffs of Sultan's Armed Forces, represented in Royal Army of Oman, Royal Air Force of Oman, Royal Navy of Oman, and the Engineering Services of the Defense Ministry, indicating that all precautions are taken to deal with its impact within the context of rendering necessary services to citizens and residents in the areas that will be affected by this condition. The National Committee for Civil Defense stressed its follow-up for the development of Chapala cyclone route and its expected impact on the Sultanate in collaboration with specialists of the Public Authority of Civil Aviation. The committee stressed that by directives from His Excellency Lieutenant General, the Inspector General of Police and Customs, head of the committee, that the national system in control of this urgent condition, including its secondary committees, as well as Sultan's Armed Forces and other main authorities, to raise the level of precaution and preparedness and to provide the necessary means to deal with this condition and prevent its hazards and provide requirements of search and rescue as well as medical teams and refuge. The committee stressed the necessity of obtaining information from official sources and follow directions provided by them. Coordination meeting was held by His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, to discuss preparations to handle Cyclone Chapala, which is heading to the coast of the Governorate of Dhofar. His Excellency emphasized that all teams of the authority are ready to cover the cyclone and follow up its movement and broadcast all information and reports given by the Meteorology Department and the National Committee of Civil Defense step by step. He indicated that a comprehensive team consisting of anchors, editors, reporters, photographers, directors, video editors and engineers will immediately head for the Governorate of Dhofar to support the media team there and provide information to listeners and viewers on the field development of the cyclone. Meanwhile, the Royal Oman Police starts evacuating citizens and residents from Al-Halaniyat Island to the Wilaya of Shlim as the cyclone Chapala is approaching the Sultanate's coasts. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. The visitors of the Sultanate's Pavilion in Milano Expo exceeded 5 million until this October. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Organized by Orphan Europe under the patronage of the Ministry of Health and in collaboration with Sultan Qaboos University Hospital, the 12th Middle East Metabolic Group Annual Conference commenced this morning in the presence of His Excellency Dr. Hilal As-Sabti, Oman Specialty Board. More details in the following report. A large, well-established group of metabolic physicians of the Middle East and North Africa regions are gathered on their second time here in the Sultanate for their annual conference. The conference has been attended by other healthcare staff of over 250 and experts from Canada, USA, England, France and Germany.
The diseases of metabolic disorders have been seen in Oman in quite significant incidents. There is a lot of new things that are coming, and we have no doubts that this conference is going to contribute to a better clinical service for the nation.
The advances in medical science, including metabolic medicine, both diagnostic and management, continuously stimulate the Middle East Metabolic Group MEMG to demonstrate the value of this growing field. During these 4 days, the scientific committee has put together a wide-range program emphasizing the significance of inborn errors of metabolism, IEM, as major health challenge in the Middle East and North Africa MENA region, allowing to exchange experience with IEM amongst various experts from the region and abroad, and presenting the research review and clinical updates in IEM.
We are more than 250 physicians. I believe that the standard of care of patients affected with rare metabolic disorders is improving over time due to this kind of activity. And I hope that with this collective effort of physicians from the whole Middle East and North Africa region, representing 22 countries today, we bring up the standard of care in our region.
Thank you for that, Enzymes. After highlighting the historical, social and cultural aspects of the Wilaya of Al-Hamra through history, seminar was concluded in the Governorate of Ad-Dakhiliya. It came coinciding with the celebrations of Nizwa, the capital of Islamic culture 2015. It included discussions on social values such as customs and traditions in addition to traditional crafts. The seminar also included sessions on literature and poetry. The work papers also focused on the scholars' schools as well as intellectual achievements of the Wilaya of Al-Hamra through the history. The Sultan's Pavilion achieved a remarkable success in Milano Expo, the visitors of which exceeded 5 million until this October. It is a good indicator of the pavilion's ability to attract visitors through its external design derived from the Omani environment. It contributed to acquaint the visitors with the historical and civilizational aspects of the Sultanate, in addition to highlight the commercial and investment opportunities in Oman. The German University of Technology organized a ceremony to mark Omani Women Day, which falls on the 17th of October each year. It was accompanied by various activities, namely a fine arts exhibition that included a number of portraits in addition to a fashion show, as well as sports and cultural activities. This event showcases the women's role in the civilizational development and symbolizes the importance of her contribution in the permanent growth and her effective participation in building the country. Some Omani amateurs participated in the Sharjah International Children's Film Festival in the United Arab Emirates. Their participation came through two short films. The first one was about the social life in the Sultanate, and the second focused on the consistency among Omani society members. Around 50 countries from around the world took part in the festival. The Omani participation came to acquaint the audience with the Omani heritage, in addition to spread messages of peace, coexistence, as well as shed light on the traditions and customs in the Sultanate. And now to our viewers in Urdu. Here we have a report by Sayyida Tabinda Bukhari on the latest development of Cyclone Chapala.
जदीद तज्जियात के मुताबिक बहरिया अरब में उठने वाली लहरों ने चपाला नामी दर्जा 3 के एक समुद्री तूफान की शक्ल इख्तियार कर ली है। सतही समुद्री हवाओं की रफ्तार बढ़कर 100 से 110 आशारिया के बीच पहुंच चुकी है। तूफान की आंख विलायत दुफार से सिर्फ 705 किलोमीटर की दूरी पर है। मौसमी ज़राए के मुताबिक ये तूफान तेज़ी से सल्तनत ओमान के सूबा दुफार और मुमलिकत यमन की जानिब बढ़ रहा है। सूबा दुफार और मशरक़ के औसत या अलवुस्ता के इलाकों में कल शाम तेज़ बारिश की तवक्कुआत के साथ साथ तेज़ हवाओं और सख्त बिजली का ख़तरा है। तवक्कुआत ये भी हैं कि ये मुख्तलिफ तनासब की बारिशें हफ्ते की शाम तक जारी रहेंगी। सल्तनत ओमान के साहिली इलाकों ख़ास तौर से रासुल हद और दुफार में शुमाल मशरक़ी हवाओं में तेज़ी की वजह से समंदर रफ़ रहेगा और 5 से 7 मीटर ऊंची लहरें उठने की गुंजाइश है। ओमान के मौसमी इदारों से मिलने वाली इत्तलाआत के मुताबिक और पब्लिक अथॉरिटी ऑफ सोशल एविएशन के ताकीद पर शहरियों को मुत्तला किया जाता है कि मौसम की इस शदीद तब्दीली के दौरान ख़बरदार रहें, बारिशों, उनसे बनने वाली वादियों और पहाड़ी इलाकों से दूर रहें। बेहतर यह है कि बारिशों के दौरान घरों से ना निकलें और ख़बरदार रहें और ख़बरी इदारों से मिलने वाली इत्तलाआत पर ध्यान दें। सईदा ताबिंदा बुखारी, टेलीविजन ओमान से आपके साथ।
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The weather condition centered in the Arabian Sea transforms into a tropical cyclone category 3 and continues its movement towards the governorate of Dhofar. The Ministry of Defense, represented by Sultan's Armed Forces, stresses that it prepared all of its materials and human potential to deal with effects of Cyclone Chapala. And the Royal Oman Police starts evacuating citizens and residents from Al-Halaniyat Island to the Wilaya of Shlim as the Cyclone Chapala is approaching the Sultanate's coast. With that, we come to an end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.